Hey everyone, welcome to the Breakthrough Entrepreneurs Show, where we empower entrepreneurs, solopreneurs to overcome the challenge of work life balance, burnout, break bad, old, unhealthy, negative habits, behaviors, build new habits, create new rituals, new routines. I'm your host, Muhammad Faraj, and today our topic is break the habit of judging others. I used to be this person, and maybe you're familiar with this very bad habit that is impacting your life. I used to be that person, that someone who used to constantly repeat this bad habit. I had this very bad, negative, unhealthy habit where I would constantly judge others. I was sick and tired of this habit because it was not only impacting my life, it was impacting everything in my life. It was impacting my business, my relationships, my self esteem, the way I feel. It was impacting my goals, my dreams, my clarity, my health, my motivation, my drive, the meaning of life. Because once I realized that, why am I not happy? Why am I not healthy? Why am I always constantly falling back to my old version? Why am I not progressing? Why am I not building that new version of myself that is ingrained in my life, that I would transform my life once I break that bad habit? So I always felt frustrated and so stressed, overwhelmed because of this bad habit. But once I stopped this bad habit, once I had to break this bad habit and stop repeating it, eliminate this habit from my life, I started to feel much better about myself. My self esteem started to increase. I started to love life. I started to look at life from different lens, from different perspective. I changed my perspective on people once I broke this bad habit, once I eliminated this negative habit, because so many people, they are always repeating this bad habit, and they don't realize how much impact, how much distraction, how much exhaustion brings this habit into your life. That's why your life is not different. That's why your life is not improving. That's why your life is not changing. Because if you have this bad habit, you better eliminate it. You better remove it from your life so you can unlock your happiness, so you can unlock your drive, your motivation, so you can unlock a new door, a new page in your life. So, this is what I'm going to talk about in this topic, and I hope you're going to gain some insights, tips, things that you didn't know that you can start to apply in your entrepreneurial life. Whether you're a business owner or a company owner or a family who runs a business, or if you're someone who's an entrepreneur who have goals, dreams, and you're building that dream life. So this episode is very special, and you should definitely listen to this episode so you can start transforming your entrepreneurial life. So I had this bad habit where I used to constantly judge people. I used to judge them with various things. I used to judge their behavior. I used to judge their reaction. I used to judge the way they talk, their sound, the tone of their sound. I used to judge their treatment, how they treat me. So this bad habit was constantly draining my energy, leaving me feeling depleted, low energy, low self esteem, low happiness. It removed so much happiness from my life, low level performance. it impacted my health. That's why I was constantly feeling worried and boring, and I would see life is useless. There is no meaning in this life. It's just people who are not kind to me. It's just I'm surrounded with people who are making me feel angry and frustrated. But once I became aware, once I realized that that bad habit is impacting my life, and the problem is not with people, the problem is with myself. The, the problem is with that negative internal dialogue I have in my brain, in my subconscious mind, that bad habit that was impacting my life. So my life started to change. I started to feel much better, much happier, much healthier. I have so much energy, so much time. I have the ability to work on myself, to live a life with meaning, with purpose, a happy life. Because my new version was buried in that old bad habits. And one of those bad habits or negative, unhealthy behavior that I had before, where I used to constantly watch other people. I would monitor their reactions, their behavior, how they move, how they talk to me, how they treat me. And I was constantly feeling negative about my life, negative about myself. I was viewing myself as I'm weak, I'm not good enough, I'm a negative person, I'm shy, I'm someone with low self esteem, I'm not talented, I'm not smart, I'm not good enough. I don't deserve to have good relationships. I don't deserve to be happy person. I don't deserve to be a successful person because I was letting that bad habit impacting who I am, impacting the way I am. So we all have this habit where we are constantly watching and monitoring other people and constantly thinking about how they talk to us, how they treat us, or how their relationships is so weak with us. So you have friends, you have people, you have families in your life, you have co-workers, you have colleagues at work where you are constantly watching them, looking at them, how they treat you, how they behave, how they view you, how they are looking at you. So you're constantly maintaining that negative self talk with yourself, telling yourself that, oh, I have a relationship with that friend or with that colleague, or I have those people in my life. They don't like me, they don't care about me, they don't believe in me, they are not interested in being with me, or they are not as perfect as I expect them to be. They are not behaving in a certain way. They are not just like I like or just like I want. So we set those conditions for other people by saying to ourselves, by telling ourselves, well, if they are not perfect, that means I don't like them. If they are not just like I want, that means I don't enjoy being with them. That means I'm not feeling happy having those relationships in my life. If they are not treating me, if they are not acting or behaving in a certain way or just like I want, 100%, that means they don't like me. They are not interested in being with me. They don't care about me. They don't believe in me. They don't give a shit about me. They don't ask about me. So when we set those conditions, we deplete so much energy. We lose so much energy. We end up impacting ourselves, impacting our health, maintaining that negative self talk we're constantly bringing so many negative thoughts, feelings, emotions into our life. And sometimes we wonder why people are not so happy in being with us, why they don't enjoy with us. I mean, look at yourself. Would you date yourself? Would you build a good relationship with yourself if you're constantly thinking and feeling negative about others and judging people for no reason? You're judging people for even like small, tiny stuff in your life. Would you date yourself? Would you build that relationship with yourself? Would you enjoy being with that version, with that self that you are holding on currently? Constantly when you are working, constantly when you are relaxing, or when you go out for a walk, or when you are doing your workout, you're always browsing and thinking about other people, analyzing in your subconscious mind. Oh, they told me I'm not good enough, or they told me I'm wrong, or they told me that thing, I don't know, 5 years ago or 10 years ago, and you're still thinking about that small thing. You're still thinking about that negative thought for years. You're not realizing how dis- destructive can this be. You don't realize how much you are hurting yourself. You are affecting yourself. You don't realize how much time you wasted, how much energy you depleted, you wasted during all these years thinking, feeling negative, and judging people with no reasons or with small, tiny, small, stupid reasons. So, for example, some of us, when we have relationships with families, with friends, with colleagues, with people in our life that we know, when they don't invite us for meals or for birthday events, when they don't invite us for traveling or to do some fun, enjoyable activities, or when they don't invite us to their houses to visit them, to hang out with them for a while, and you start to judge those people. You start to tell yourself, oh, those people, they don't like me, they don't care about me, they don't give a shit about me, they are not interested in being with me, they don't invite me because they are trying to keep me away from their life, they don't invite me because they want to be isolated, because they want to be private, because they want to be independent with their life, so they don't let anyone to enter their life, their families, their relationships. So you start to tell yourself these things, and you start to feel negative, low energy, low self-esteem. You lose motivation, you lose enthusiasm, you lose drive, you lose hope, you lose that vitality in your life. And you lose health too, because you're depleting your energy, because you're impacting your health. You're programming your subconscious mind to just think and feel negatively about your life. So when we judge those people and we're not sure 100% why this is happening, and we start to impact ourselves. They're not impacting, you're not doing anything to them, you're hurting yourself, you're impacting yourself, my friend, just so you know. Telling yourself negative things, judging people with no reason. You don't know how their life is, you don't know how they feel about you, how they think about you. Or maybe you know that they have told you many times how wonderful you are, how generous you are, how lovable you are, how much they love you, how much they care about you, how much they believe in you. They have invited you many times to their events, to their activities, to their families before, but maybe they went through a period of time. Maybe they're tired, maybe they are very busy with their families, with their work, with their businesses, with their companies, with their projects. Maybe they're very busy with their life. Maybe they have so many things to do, so they don't find a block of time, they don't find available time so they can invite you, so they can send you that email or that SMS, or so they can call you, so they can invite you to come to their house to enjoy a meal. Maybe those families or those people, maybe they're sick, maybe they're going through some health issues, maybe they are going through some financial issues. So maybe they don't have time to socialize people because they barely find time to get things done, to work on their businesses, to take care of their kids, their families, their school homeworks. Maybe they need to clean their houses. Maybe they're busy with traveling. Maybe their jobs, their businesses, their work requires them to travel, attend meetings, conferences, events, or various activities. Maybe that family is going through a specific time where they are not feeling very well. So we don't know exactly why this is happening. We're not 100 sure why they're quiet, why we don't hear any SMS or a phone call or any email or any invitation from them. We don't know. So when we don't know, when we are not sure, when we know that maybe life circumstances is different than us, maybe their life is different than our lives, so we can't just start to think and feel negatively about those people. We can't just sit around and talk negatively about them or think negatively about them or start to judge them or tell other people, oh, those people, they don't care about me, they don't like me. Or we can't do that because we're not 100 sure how their lifestyle is. We're not 100% sure about their circumstances. Some of those people, some of those family, they are very, very busy. They have a full schedule and they have to get things done in their life. So maybe they're like this with everyone, with all their relationships, not particularly with you. So I don't like this bad habit, and thank God I became aware of this habit and I became aware of how destructive this bad habit is because it's impacting my life, it's impacting my health. So I started to think that I better stop this bad habit and I shouldn't always connect my feelings, my thoughts about other people and judge them and analyze everything about my life, about their life. It's very bad habit and it's impacting you not only in the short term, but it's impacting you even in the long term. So judging other people's with no reason, with no evidence, it's a bad habit. And once we remove this bad habit, I promise you, we will have so much time, we will have so much space in our life to live fully, to live a happy, healthy life. So I started to realize this bad habit because I noticed that when people around me, when they invite me, when they are so kind to me, when they help me, when they support me, when they ask about me, when they care about me, when I meet them outside, I feel so happy, so enthusiastic, so motivated, so driven. I start to feel so grateful, so blissful, so lucky about having those people in my life. But just because it went wild and you haven't heard anything from that family or those people, you feel like they are a little bit dependent or maybe they're busy. It doesn't mean that they don't like you. It doesn't mean that they don't want to spend time being with you. It doesn't mean that they want to be separated from you. No, I don't think normal people, I don't think people who love you, who you love them, you care about them, you believe in them, I don't think they would have a special problem or issue with you. I don't think people do things on purpose just because they don't want you. Because people don't have to show you how mean they are. People don't have to isolate from you if you're innocent, if you're a good person. I don't think people mean to be mean against you just because it's been quiet, just because everyone is going through a season where everyone has a full schedule, so many activities. Children and kids needs to go to school and they need to go to their sport trainings, and parents are very busy. People are very busy with their businesses, with their work, with their goals, with their milestones. They are following deadlines. They are so focused on their families, on their work, on their businesses. So we need to accept these things in our life. We need to accept that life can be very busy. So that doesn't mean that they're not nice to you. They are not kind to you. I'm sure 100% they love you, they care about you, they know how wonderful you are, but it's just that life circumstances sometimes doesn't let someone to be available. Sometimes life circumstances limits some people's schedule, their time, their availability, and especially during the autumn, winter, spring seasons where everyone's working, studying, following their business goals, working on their companies, on their businesses, on their project. It's a busy life. People sometimes even find it a barely hard time to just relax, to take a rest, to spend time with their own families before they spend time with other people, with their friends, with their relationships. They barely find time in their schedule to relax, to rejuvenate a new energy, to spend time with their families, to visit their relatives, their friends in different cities, in different areas. So, but judging those people, it's really not healthy. You want to be healthy, you want to love yourself, you want to enjoy a happy life. Stop and break this bad habit of judging others and just accept people how they are. Maybe people are different than you. Everyone is different, you know. I'm different, everyone is different. So I have a different way of thinking, I have a different way of feeling, I have a different way of behaving, I have a different way of working. My work ethics is different than others. I have a different mindset than others. Everyone is different in our life. So, judging people on their difference, judging people because they are different than us, it doesn't mean that they are bad people. It doesn't mean that they don't like us. They don't want to be with us. We're human beings. We can make mistakes. We can do things wrongly. Sometimes maybe we're quiet. Sometimes we forget that we sent that email or that SMS or we called that particular friend. Sometimes life is too busy. It doesn't allow you to say hi to some of those people, to visit some of those people. I have a friend and sometimes he calls me, he sends me SMS and he tells me, why you're not coming and visiting me? I haven't seen you for a while, you haven't called me. Well, I tell him, I'm really sorry. I know how wonderful you are. You are very generous. And I don't forget all the great things that you have done for me. You are my best friend. I care about you. I love you. But it's just that during this period of time, I have deadlines. I'm too busy with my business. I have work to do. I have things that needs to be done. I'm going out and helping families, helping people. So I don't really have time. I don't find time to be available. So I apologize, and sometimes I call him, sometimes I send him SMS during the weekend or whenever I'm traveling or whenever I'm outside. But that individual, that friend, he understands my lifestyle. He knows that I have a busy life. It doesn't mean that I don't care or I don't like him. So he doesn't judge me. And every time I talk to him, he tells me, I understand you, Muhammad. I know how busy you are. I know your lifestyle. I know how much things you have on your plate that needs to be done. Some of the friends, I apologize. I tell them, I'm really sorry. I couldn't come. I couldn't visit you. I couldn't call you. It doesn't mean that I don't care about you. It's just that I'm not available sometimes. There are so many things that needs to be done. Sometimes I feel even overwhelmed. So I apologize, people. I tell them I'm really sorry. I send them SMS. So people don't judge me. They don't say, "Oh, he doesn't care about us. He doesn't like us. He thinks that our relationships is too weak, is not strong, or our relationship is not very close." No, they don't judge me. So why would I judge them then? If they do the same, why would I judge them? Why would I start thinking, feeling negatively about those people? Because I know it's not that they don't like me or they don't trust me. I it's just that we're different people. We have different lifestyles. We have different projects, different goals, different dreams, different visions, different type of businesses. Some of the businesses require so much time, so much work, so much effort, so much energy. Some of those people who work in corporate jobs or they work from 9 to 5. Well, they work, they finish their work, and then they go home. They spend time with their families, with their relationships, with their friends. But some people are very busy, and this is very common in entrepreneurship. It's very busy life. You have so much work to do, projects, tasks, they have deadlines, and you have people, you are serving a community, a certain audience, so you're too busy. But it's not healthy, it's not positive, it's not good that we judge people just because we haven't heard from them, or even when we spend time with our relationships, just because they act in a certain way, just because they behave in a certain way, just because they think in a different way, just because they're different than us, it doesn't mean that we should judge them. It doesn't mean that we should treat them differently or not as good as possible. For me, I don't care how people treat me, how they act, how they behave. What I care about is I do my best to be as much as kind against other people. I do my best to be generous, as much as generous, as much as kind, as much as showing up happy, healthy, positive with others. And I don't like judging others because I'm aware that it's a bad habit. And if I judge people, if I repeat this bad habit, I will never be that successful person or that successful entrepreneur. I will never succeed in my life. I will never be happy, fulfilled, healthy in my life. I'm constantly looking at life from different perspective instead of looking at life from a perspective of being happy, being lucky, being grateful for having all those relationships, all those people in my life, I would start to look at life from different perspective where I'm just seeing the negative things, where I'm just viewing other people that they are negative. They don't like me. They they just bring me a misery. And this is not good for your health. This is not good for your relationships. You're weakening your relationships. You're impacting your relationships with others. If they don't send SMS to you, send them SMS. Don't wait for them. You're the one who sends them SMS and say hi to them. Express your love, your care, your feelings to them. If they don't call you, you should call them. Don't wait until they call you. You're the one who should call them. Show them. Show them how wonderful you are, how generous you are, how lovable you are, how kind you are, how nice you are, how respectful you are. Show them who you are. Show them how amazing you are, how incredible you are, that you are someone who asks about others, who cares about others, who believes in other people. If you feel like they're quiet, they're not inviting you, or you're not receiving any SMS or call or invitations, go ahead and invite them. Because maybe they're judging you, but once you do some act of kindness to them, once you show them how much you care about them, how much you love them, how much they mean to you, that you're thinking about them, that you haven't forget them, your relationship will improve with them. You will be building more stronger relationship with them. They will feel like you are so close to them than they are to you. So instead of judging people, thinking, feeling negatively about others, do act of kindness. Show them how wonderful you are. Help them, support them, do kindness things to them. And I promise you, if you feel like some of the people don't care so much about you, well, my friend, I'm telling you, you should be happy. You should be lucky. You should be grateful, because you're spending more time on your business, on your goals, on your dreams, or you're spending more time on taking care of your health, eating healthy, going out, doing sport activities, training your body, moving your body, resting, relaxing. Or be happy, be grateful, be lucky of using that time to spend time with your family, with the loved ones, with the people that they are with you until the end of your life. They are with you wherever you travel, wherever you go, whenever you wake up, whenever you eat, whenever you work, whenever you go out. They are following you whenever, however, wherever. You should be so happy. You should be lucky that some of those people don't show you how much they care about. You should be so grateful. I'm so happy when some of the people, they are not distracting me, to be honest with you. I mean, I love some of those people. I care about them. But I don't want people to distract me. I don't want people to prevent me from making progress, from working on my goals, on my dreams. I don't want people to steal my time, my focus. So I talk with some of the entrepreneurs and they tell me, Muhammad, sometimes we have to say no. We have to say no for invitation. It's not that we don't care about those people, but it's just we have so much work to do that we need to focus. We need to focus on our families. Sometimes our families are sick and they need someone to take care of them. So don't judge others and stop and break, eliminate, remove this bad habit from your life. I promise you, you will have a very happy, a very fulfilled, a very healthy, a very successful life once you break this bad habit of judging others. And love yourself, my friend. Love yourself. Show kindness to yourself. Show how much you care about yourself. You are very important. You are lovable. You are generous. You are wonderful. You are amazing. You are incredible the way you are. And don't wait for other people's permissions. Don't wait for people's invitations. And don't judge others. This is a bad habit, and we should definitely remove this bad habit from our life. That's it. That's what I got for you in this episode. I hope you enjoyed listening to this content and gained some insights, examples, and I hope that from now on you're going to start a new life, a new page in your life where you are not judging others for their reaction, for their behavior, for their habits. So focus on yourself, and love your family, and focus on your goals and your dreams and your vision of your future. Please don't forget to follow me on iTunes or Spotify so you can get notifications, you can get new content, new episodes everywhere, every week to help you break through in your entrepreneurial life. Thank you so much for watching or listening, and I can't wait to publish a new episode. Bye, everyone.